Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, we're going to learn about IELTS Writing Task 1 and we're going to learn how to write a letter of arrangement. This particular lesson is meant for the general training students. If you're going to be sitting for IELTS as an academic student, then I recommend that you have a look at the description box and you will find a playlist on how to write IELTS Writing Task 1 as an academic student. Now, to begin the lesson, I would like to give you some really important information about IELTS Writing Task 1 for the general training students. You get 60 minutes to write your Task 1 and your Task 2. You should spend about 20 minutes writing your Task 1 and 40 minutes writing your Task 2. Always leave about 2 to 3 minutes at the end of your Task 1 to correct any grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes that you have made. Do not spend more than 20 minutes on Task 1 because if you do that, you will not have enough time to complete writing Task 2. The next thing that is really important to remember is that you are expected to write 150 words for Task 1. Now, if you write more than 150 words, you will not be penalized. It's not going to affect your band score. But if you write less than 150 words, you will get a lower band score. I always recommend to my students to write between 160 and 170 words to be safe so that you only spend about 20 minutes to do that. If you write more than 170 words, it means that you will spend more time. And the more time you spend on Task 1, the less time you have for Task 2. A lot of students do not complete Task 2 properly because they spend too much time on Task 1. So be very careful with your time management. 20 minutes for Task 1 and 40 minutes for Task 2. The other thing that is extremely important to remember when you're writing your Task 1 is that IELTS gives you 3 points that they expect you to include in your letter. You have 3 key points that IELTS wants you to include details about in your letter. If you don't include information about each of those 3 points, you're going to get a lower band score. So always structure your letter based on those 3 points. Now that I have given you what is extremely important to remember when it comes to your Task 1 that is going to affect your band score, let's look at the question. Once you have received your exam, the first thing that you need to do is read the question and make sure you understand the question. Make sure you understand what type of letter you're supposed to write, whether it's a friendly or a business letter. And also make sure that you identify the 3 points that IELTS wants you to include in your letter. Now let's read this question and understand it together. You're going for a 1-week holiday. Underline 1 week. Very, very important. You're going for a 1-week holiday. Underline that. And your friend, underline your friend, agreed to stay at your place while you are away. Write a letter to him or her. Now, because you underlined the word friend, you know this is going to be a friendly letter. So you're going to structure this letter using the format of how to write a friendly letter. In your letter, you should now this is the first point that IELTS wants you to make sure you include information about in your letter. In your letter, you should thank him or her. You should thank your friend and tell them your holiday dates. Underline thank him. And then underline your holiday dates. You see, this first point A, it has 2 parts to it. You're expected to thank your friend and you're also expected to tell your friend your holiday dates. Point B, explain how she or he or she can enter the house. Explain how your friend can enter the house. Underline enter the house. C, describe what you expect him to do. Describe what you expect him or her to do. Underline what you expect him or her to do. So, now that you have read the question and you have understood the question because you underlined all the key words in the question, it is a 1-week holiday. Very, very important because that's going to affect point A. The dates, your holiday dates, it has to be 1 week. You already know that this is a friendly letter because you underlined your friend. You have also identified the 3 points that IELTS wants you to include in the letter. Once you have done that, then the next thing that you need to do very quickly is begin writing the letter. Now, this is a friendly letter. So the first thing that you need to do, step 1, is write what we call the salutation. And in this case, because it is a friendly letter, we are going to begin with hello. And of course, you're supposed to make up the details of the letter. So in this case, the friend's name is Rita. So, hello Rita, comma. You can also begin with hi Rita. You can also begin with dear Rita. You can also begin with dearest Rita. But the easier one is hello or hi Rita. But don't forget the comma after the name. That is step 1. Step 2 is the greetings. This is a friendly letter, so we begin with the greetings. How are you doing? I hope that all is well with you and your family. Now, this is a standard way that you can use to begin any friendly letter. You can memorize this if you want. And if you get a friendly letter in your IELTS Task 1, you can use this. How are you doing? I hope that all is well with you and your family. After that, you move on. So step 2 is greetings. Step 3, you move on to step 3. Remember, step 3 is a separate paragraph. Between all the steps, you need to leave 1 line blank. So step 3, we are now going to address the first key point that IELTS told us to address in the letter, and that is A. Thank him or her and tell them your holiday dates. we begin with the first part, thank him or her. Now, we are going to begin that paragraph with thank you. I have underlined that for you in red. So how do you transfer the information from the key point to your paragraph? You can begin the paragraph itself with the key point that you need to address. Thank him or her. So we are going to start. Thank you so much for agreeing to stay over at my house and look after it whilst I'm away on holiday to Mauritius. Thank you so much. For what? Because point A says thank him or her. So thank you so much for agreeing to stay over at my house and look after it. Because in the question, you are told your friend agreed to stay at your place while you're away. So you're thanking your friend for agreeing to stay at your place while you're away. So thank you so much for agreeing to stay over at my house and look after it. Now, look after is to take care, okay? Whilst is really just a band 9 word that means while. So you can use whilst instead of while. And it is not formal. You can use it formally or informally. So whilst I'm away on holiday to Mauritius. So you need to say obviously where you're going on holiday. Now, you have addressed the first part of point A, and that is thank him or her. Now you need to address the second part of point A. Tell them your holiday dates. Beginning on the 20th till the 27th of August. Remember, in the question you are told it's a 1-week holiday. So it's from the 20th till the 27th of August. That is 1 week. That's why it's very, very important that when you're reading the question, you underline all the important parts of the question that you then need to transfer into the answer when you're writing the letter. Now that we have addressed point A, you can cross it. And then you know I have already tackled that. I have already addressed that. Then you move on to point B. Explain how he or she can enter the house. So you need to explain to your friend how he or she can enter the house. So, to begin step 4, we are going to use the words that have been used in point B. Explain how he or she can enter the house. So, to get into the house, or you can say to enter into the house, and then you explain. Okay? So all the parts that I've underlined in red are points that are reflected in A, B, and C. Explain how he or she can enter the house. We begin step 4. To get into the house, you can say to enter into the house. All you have to do is open the back gate using a set of keys that I'm going to hide underneath the pile of bricks next to the gate. Once you have opened the back gate, you can then use the longest key to open the front door of the house. So I have explained to Rita how she can get into the house. She has to go to the back gate, okay? That is the gate at the back of your house. And she has to look for a set of keys that I am going to hide underneath the pile of bricks. So she has to lift one of the bricks, okay? A brick is really a kind of piece of stone that is usually made with cement. Okay, she has to lift one of the bricks, and underneath one of the bricks, she's going to find a set of keys. Once she has opened the back gate using one of those keys, then she will be able to enter the house. Or rather, she will be able to enter the back part of the house. Okay, and then to open the house, what she has to do is use the longest key. Now, I have already addressed point B in details. Explain how he or she can enter the house. I have told Rita exactly what she needs to do. Go to the back gate, lift one of the bricks, she will find a set of keys. Using those set of keys, then she will get into the back part of the house, and then she needs to use the longest key to open the front door of the house. Now, after that, we move on to step 5. In step 5, we are going to address the third key point, and that is point C. Describe what you expect him or her to do. So your friend is taking care of your house while you're away on holiday. What exactly do you want him or her to do while you're away? So, step 5, we begin the paragraph with in my absence, or you can write while I'm away. I would really appreciate it if you could. Okay, in my absence means while I'm away. I would really appreciate it if you could. So I'm going to tell Rita all the things that I want or I expect her to do while I'm away. In my absence, I would really appreciate it if you could water the indoor plants. So I want her to water all my plants inside the house once a week. Open the windows. I expect her to open the windows to let in some fresh air. Feed the cat twice a day. I have a cat, so I expect her to feed the cat twice a day. And empty the letterbox. Okay, there is a letterbox outside my house. I would like her to open the letterbox and empty the letterbox. So remove everything that is in the letterbox and put it inside the house at least twice a week, because it fills up pretty fast. I usually receive a lot of letters, so the letterbox is always full. It becomes full very fast. That's why I want Rita to empty the letterbox twice a week. Kindly do also put the green bin on the street on Mondays. Okay, I also would like that she puts the green bin on the street on Mondays, because it is garbage collection day by the city council. So every Monday, the city council sends its garbage truck to collect all the green bins from the streets. Okay, so I'm asking her to put the green bin on the street on Mondays because it is garbage collection day by the city council. Remember to collect it once it has been emptied. So I'm also reminding her to, once she has put the green bin on the street and it has been emptied, then she should remember to collect it. So in step 5, I have addressed the third point, that is C. Describe what you expect him or her to do. I have told Rita all the things that I would like her to do while I'm away. So I can tick or cross C because I have addressed it completely. After that, you move on to step 6. Step 6 is the conclusion of your letter. In your conclusion, it should be just one sentence. You thank the person, okay? I'm thanking Rita for the help. Thank you so much for your help, okay? Thank you so much for your help. It's just polite to thank the person for all the things that they are going to do for you. Then you move on to step 7 and you sign off the letter. In step 7, you can end, this is a friendly letter, so you can end it with love, comma, or you can end it with take care, okay, or you can end it with much love, or you can end it with kind wishes, or you can end it with see you soon. You know, it's a friendly letter, so you can use any of those options that I've given you, okay? You can end with much love, you can end it with kisses, you can end it with take care, you can end it with see you soon. Any of those is fine. And then after that, you move on to step 8 and you write your first name. This is a friendly letter. Do not write your full name. So you can write, you need to just write your first name. And in this case, it is Bethany. Okay? So that's how you're supposed to write this letter of arrangement. You're making arrangement with your friend because you're not going to be at home for 1 week. You'll be on holiday and you would like her to take care of your house. You have told her when you will be on holiday. You have told her how she can get into the house. You have thanked her, okay? You have described what you expect her to do while you're away, okay? Now, what have we learned in this lesson? We have learned that the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you read the question, understand the question. What does it mean to understand the question? It means you need to identify all the important information that you need to include in the letter. Identify your 3 points and make sure you understand them. After that, you move on to step 1 of writing the letter, and that is the salutation. This is a friendly letter, so you can use hi, hello, or you can use dear. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you can use dearest. After that, you move on to step 2, and that is the greetings. And I've given you a standard way of beginning a friendly letter. How are you doing? I hope that all is well with you and your family. After that, you move on to step 3, where you write about the first key point A. Thank him or her and tell them how your holiday dates. After that, you move on to step 4, and in step 4, you write about point B. Explain how he or she can enter the house. After that, you move on to step 5, where you write about point C. Describe what you expect him or her to do. And then after that, you move on to step 6, and that is the conclusion of the letter. And you move on after that to step 7, where you sign off the letter. It is a friendly letter, so you can use love or much love or take care or see you soon, or you can use yours truly, but don't forget the comma after love, okay? And then after that, you move on to step 8 and you write your first name. The other thing that is extremely important, watch out for your grammar, okay? Be very careful with the tenses that you use. Be very careful with the vocabulary that you use, and also be very careful with your spellings. Now, if you found this lesson helpful at all, please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video with somebody else so that they can also learn something from the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn your notification bell on, because I'm going to be uploading so many other IELTS Writing Task 1 letters. And if you want to know how to write all the different types of letters that you are likely to get during your IELTS Writing Task 1, have a look at the description box and my pinned comment, and you will find a link to all the general training IELTS writing task ones. Now, thank you very much, everyone, and I shall see you in our next lesson. Bye bye, and take good care of yourself.